Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal Haris Biroslani, and I'm going to present my final year project presentation with the title of Unsold Service Apartment in Selangor. As for the research background, the service apartment are considered as substitute for hotels but for purpose of living as in apartment. The term service apartment has become a general term for furnished accommodation that offers service to visitors who are staying for an extended period of time. It offers features comparable to those found in 5-star hotels such as separate kitchen, laundry, dining room, housekeeping, and other services upon request. The popularity of service apartment began to grow in Southeast Asia in the 1970s and in Malaysia in late 1980s. Due to the demand of service apartment in the market, developers then tend to develop service apartment, and with its status, which can be built on land registered for commercial use, makes most of the service apartment usually merge shopping complex or retail lot. This trend caused the unsold service apartment in Selangor, which can be seen on the problem statement. As for the problem statement, first, according to Bank Negara Malaysia quarterly report, in the third quarter of 2018, Malaysia had 43,219 unsold residential units, with Selangor being one of the top 3 highest unsold units in Malaysia with a total of 7,233 units. A rapid development of residential, commercial and industry in Klang Valley has shown how much the Selangor has been a high development state, with many working opportunities also has been existed. However, the continuous of development, especially residential property, also caused a bad impact to Selangor property market until it became top 3 highest unsold units in the Malaysia. This trend has been going on until year 2020, with residential properties such as service apartment are also included in the overhang residential property statistic, despite property being developed on the commercial land. Secondly, according to data from NAPIC, the service apartment, for example, contribute for only a small amount of residential overhang, with percentage ranging from 0.7% in 2006 to 9.1% in 2015. However, in 2016, the proportion climbed dramatically from 20.9%, and in first quarter 2020, it hit a peak of 36.3%. Since the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, such as other industry, service apartment also has been affected by the pandemic, and this has worsened the situation of the service apartment being unsold in Malaysia, especially in Selangor. As for the objective, first objective is to identify the factors that leads to the unsold service apartment in Selangor. Second objective is to investigate which is the most significant factors that leads to the unsold service apartment in Selangor. And as for the scope of studies, as these studies exclusive address the service apartment that are located in Selangor, which is a survey through questionnaires regarding the factors for the unsold service apartment. The survey is carried out by distribute a set of Google Form online to public in Selangor. However, this research does not represent the views of the developers of the service apartment project. As you can see, this is the research methodology of the study. As for the data collection method, it will involve a total of 200 respondents needed to complete the survey. A probability sampling technique will be used as there is not much specific requirement other than basic demographic profile. The instrument of the survey will be an online questionnaire of Google Form filled with Likert scale in order to achieve the second objective of the research. The distribution of the questionnaire is done through online. As for data analysis, the first objective of the research is which is the factors of the unsold service apartment in Selangor is achieved through secondary data such as internet database of journals, research articles, research reports, conference papers, publication and websites like NAPIC. The factors that are achieved are first is affordability, second is buyer preference, and third is developers issues. These factors each own as its attribute, which is the use as questions for the survey questionnaires. The attributes for the affordability is does the price of service apartment is beyond affordability, And second is, does the good design of service apartment but beyond affordability will affect people to not buy the service apartment? And as for the buyer preference, the attributes are the household size and the high maintenance fee of the service apartment. And lastly, for developer issues, the attributes which is developers prioritize profit, thus develop service apartment development, and does the lack of feasibility studies by developer contribute to the unsold service apartment in Selangor? For the second objective, which is the most significant factors for the unsold service apartment in Selangor, it is done through questionnaire survey, which getting the opinion of the respondents' scale of agreement in the Likert scale question of the factors for the unsold service apartment listed in the questionnaire. And as you can see from the table, which shows the top 5 significant factors for the unsold service apartment in Selangor, which is first is household size, followed by similar price of service apartment with landed properties, followed by developers' issues of prioritized profit in developing housing developments such as service apartment, and next is buyer preference regarding good design but beyond affordability, and lastly followed by high maintenance fees of the service apartment as one of the factors leads for the unsold service apartment in Selangor. And as you can see, for the result, the most significant factors are the household size, which is one of the attributes under preference of the house buyer factors, with the mean of 4.43. As for recommendation and conclusion, all two objectives taken are achieved, which is first is the factors for the unsold service apartment managed to be identified through literature review in chapter 2, which is affordability, buyer preference, and developers issues. The second objective, which is with the most significant factors, are achieved by the survey questionnaire, which getting the result of preference of house buyer with the attributes of household size as the most significant factors for the unsold service apartment in Selangor. And as for recommendation, first is obtaining data from other states in Malaysia, where the future researcher could potentially conduct research on performance of service apartment in other state property market. When different states are included in the sample, multiple comparison can be made between states according to the factors for the unsold service apartment, whether all the factors included in this literature review of this research are the same, and also which significance of the factors affecting the unsold service apartment in other states. Moreover, with larger sample size, it can increase the validity of the study with other states on the factors for the unsold service apartment. Second, to investigate more of the characteristic of service apartment, which certainly different to other states or country, as some basic facilities is the same, but other than that, such as management, maintenance, or even the price is certainly different from service apartment in Selangor. The researchers recommended to do research in the context of other demographic, as buyer preference may differ from Selangorians.